Hi, darling. Welcome back. Why do some South African men hate when they see other men spoil their girlfriends and take their girlfriends on luxury trips and vacations? I believe it's all about resentment and feelings of inadequacy. What I saw recently on X was an example, a great example of this. A guy named Kagiso has been trending recently because he took his girlfriend on a getaway trip in the bush, and there were obviously some gifts involved, there was luxury items involved, and the people who were triggered the most in the comment section were men. There were a lot of beautiful comments, but there were also a lot of negative comments. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to read 13 comments that come from men about this getaway trip that were so negative. There's even way more, but I just chose to only read the 13 with you today. We're going to go through the comments, and then we are going to watch a few videos that also highlight other individuals who do this, who try and be romantic to their partners, but end up being discouraged by other men. Examples such as Musa Mthombeni and another guy that I saw on TikTok who exemplified just how damaged a lot of people are, that it's seen as such a negative thing to actually take care of your partner, to spoil your partner, to show love to a woman through gestures. I am shocked at this is where romance has become. This is what has become of romance, that seeing someone show love triggers other people. Seeing someone spend their own money to spoil their girlfriend, whether or not that relationship ends in tears or ends in happiness, it's really none of your business. At the end of the day, this individual is showing love. These individuals are showing love in the best way that they can. And whether or not the relationship is going to be successful, that is their burden to carry. The comments were extremely shocking, especially for men. I can expect catty behavior sometimes from women, but when it's men who showcase catty and passive aggressive behavior and jealousy, I was extremely shocked. But I have a reason. I think there is particular reasons why these men behave in this way. But before I ramble on and on, let's read some of the comments on X under Kagiso's getaway post. Uncle says, "Show us the woman. She might be in love with someone else." Tough says, "Not a joy killer, but the only thing she probably bought with her for him is her cat. You guys need to start having some dignity." Sizwe, "Wasting money on someone's daughter who will leave you when you can't provide that lifestyle anymore. It's crazy business." Mbulele, "Things my future girlfriend might never experience, not because I don't want to give her the experience, but life just won't let me get there." Mbulele is more reasonable, honestly. I kind of feel sad for him because he's real. Like, he's explaining a real situation where he cannot afford to do that for his girlfriend. The next one is the blacks. "Is she also in love with you, or you are alone in this love? You'll never know because you are trying too hard to buy her love." Cebo, "Nah, Oaks, I think we should vet these pics. Some hands are using our brothers for content, using the same pics for fishing on Tinder." Scandi, "Doing this for a woman you are not married to is behavior." Brian, "You ain't the first to hit and probably not the last. Someone spent 0 ZAR to hit it." Tato, "No N-word is taking their main woman on a bush getaway, believe me. So all these women posting bush content are side chicks." "Stunts like these are pulled by serial cheaters. Why hide faces if you're seriously sure about him or her?" Ryan, This just proves your insecurities, man. You're doing everything for her and she doesn't do ish for you. Clearly, she doesn't. The moment you go broke, bruh, she's gone. Why would you invest in a woman? I'm disappointed. Clemza, you know what's funny? Soon as you get back to the city, she will forget all this and call you a failure who can't provide. Then Tina Scora, we take her and chow her over 25 Rand Kota and 2 Savannas. Kopano? And there's also an N-word who is snacking her without doing any of this ish. Don't kill her when you find out. These comments exemplify just how some men are extremely haters. Like, even some tweets were pointing out that some men are actually very passive aggressive and haters. Why is there so much hate for a man? He can afford it, clearly. Why is there so much hate for this man showing love to his woman? I don't get it, but I also kind of get it. Our context in South Africa proves a lot of things. I want us to watch a few videos again before I add a breakdown. There's a guy who posted about recently buying flowers for his wife, and he got questioned about it, and the guy on the other end assumed the reason why he's buying flowers is because he was cheating or something, or trying to apologize for something. Here is the video.
I know. Our generation, the men of my generation, they worry me a lot. You know, on Friday night, I left work, and then on my way home, I decided, let me just stop somewhere and get my wife some flowers, right? So I get the flowers, and as I walk to the car, there's this guy that is sitting next to my car, and he says, "Hey, for the special lady." And I'm like, "Yeah, for my wife." And then he's like, "Oh, what did you do?" I'm like, "What do you mean? I didn't do anything." He's like, "There's no way you would just buy flowers. You are probably covering something you did." I'm like, "Nah, I'm just being a husband." And then he's like, "I know, Shem. I wish to be you when I grow up." And I'm like, "My guy, you look older than me." Oh God, the men of our generation stress me a lot. It's crazy that the society sees being a good husband as something wrong. Or in fact, let me not even say being a good husband, being a husband because you are supposed to be a good husband. That's the default settings of being a husband. So it's crazy that when you do something nice for your wife, it's seen as there must be something wrong that you did, because there's no way you can just be nice. It's impossible. There must be something. How crazy is that? Like, no. This worried me a lot. Because you can think a man that thinks like that, what does he do if he gets married? Think about it. Because your mentality is everything. Your mentality decides the type of family that you build, the type of kids you raise, the atmosphere in your home, everything. You know what? That is not good at all. There's nothing good in living a life that is not pleasing unto God as a man. There's nothing good with it. There's nothing good with sleeping around. There's nothing good that comes with that. There's nothing good that comes with, living a life that is not pleasing unto the Lord. There's nothing wrong with being a man that is disciplined, God-fearing, loving your family, loving your one wife that you made vows to. There's nothing wrong with it. And we must never allow the society to make us feel bad, or to make it seem like, oh, you can't get married, you're too young. Why are you not married? You're too old. It also speaks to your focus. There's a problem with you. If you think a worldly life is a good life, if you think instability is a good life, if you think building a life on having fun every single day, like, there is everything wrong with that mentality. You meet people that tell you, like, that ask you, do you drink? And you're like, no, I don't drink. So how do you have fun? And I'm like, seriously? Fun needs alcohol? Like, is your life that bad that you need to be absent-minded to have fun? Is it that horrible? Like, no, you guys need Jesus.
Another person who goes through a lot of this hate is Musa Mthombeni, and anytime he posts his wife Liesel, people have a lot of negative things to say, especially men who believe that maybe one day he will get hurt, she will leave him. But my own opinion is on love is you take a risk. Whatever you do in life is taking a risk. Going to school is a risk. You don't know after school if you're going to get employment or after. Falling in love is a risk, whether someone hurts you or not. A lot of these things are a risk, but it is a beautiful thing to watch people fall in love because they get to actually experience something most human beings desire. And I do understand that some of these men have been hurt. Yes, you were hurt, whether in grade 11 by Palisa or Lirato or Mbali, you've been hurt. And that is why watching these men do this reminds you of a version of yourself that you've probably locked away because of past trauma. I want us to watch other videos on Musa, and then I will add my breakdown. Why do these men behave in such a way towards a beautiful gesture in the South African context?
I'm deeply fascinated by what's going on with Dr. Musa Mthombeni and his wife Liesel, the former Miss South Africa, and I've never in my life seen what I'm seeing right now. Dr. Musa is a man who is consistent in one thing. He doesn't bother anybody. He doesn't say anything controversial. His constant obsession is his wife, his love for his wife. That's all he posts. He posts extravagant love pictures. He's always in the comments. And here we are, we're seeing a lot of people on Twitter, in South African Twitter, instead of celebrating that or learning from that, you've got people criticizing that. You've got people saying ridiculous stuff like, wait till she cheats on you, or wait till this relationship falls apart. This is a case study of the dysfunction that we have right now in South Africa as it relates to black love, to marriage, and it's a sign of brokenness. There's a serious dysfunction right now in this land when it comes to marriage and family. And you've got people rooting, I've never seen this before, somebody being hated for loving their wife. And I think it's a very unique phenomenon, particularly to us as a culture right now. And it should give us pause. We really need to pray. We really need to think, what is going on out there, and what is the next 10 years going to look like if we can't, are we so broken that we just literally can't believe and celebrate somebody else's relationship, or believe that one day we can have a healthy and good relationship? Are we now at a place where we've grown up in environments and in circumstances where that kind of love wasn't modeled in front of us?
And I want you to ask you guys, like, how did you feel about the Dr. Musa Mthombeni and his wife, Liesel? Like, people always going at him for just being a loving husband who's always speaking openly and just loving on his wife.
I didn't see the story. What did he say?
No, guys, it's
they're calling him a simp just because he's showing public displays of affection all the time. You know, he's always on top.
He's married to a former Miss SA.
He's always on top of some roof telling people he loves his wife.
Yeah.
So people are sick and tired of that, and some people are now going to the point saying she is not doing it back, so it's a one-way relationship. You know, and I think
people are cunts,
bro. People are cunts, man. Like, guys, if I were trying to do Musa, unfollow him. You know
yes,
what I mean?
but also like
it's simple.
Okay,
unfollow the guy.
let me be honest. If he just this is how you know they're not discussing it, because if he was doing it and then she was doing it back, I think these two, they're talking about it in the morning at home.
There's so many issues that I've realized cause some of these men to react in these ways. We have a mental health crisis in South Africa whereby 27% of South Africans are dealing with some form of mental health issue. We have economic insecurity. We have financial insecurity whereby it is hard to get a job. It is hard to get a job. So no wonder a man would be triggered by this gesture, because you're watching other people live luxuriously while you are struggling to scrape by, while you are struggling to get a job. And this trip, these pictures, these luxury items are a trigger, because it's like you're realizing that not everyone in the South African context is living a hard life. Not every Black man is struggling, and these Black men who are able to do these things also make you feel insecure about your own masculinity, about your own ability to provide. So I understand why some of these men are reacting in these ways, not to justify their actions, but this is one of the reasons I believe these men are reacting in these ways. There's also a level of projection. A lot of these guys are projecting. You are projecting your past trauma into this relationship. You already have a negative outlook about relationships. You don't believe in the fact that romance, love should be a thing. And this makes me realize that a lot of men now are probably intentionally choosing not to be romantic to women because this is the mindset that they have. And this also goes back to the red pill anti-woman, anti-feminist content, which promotes a very generalized view of women. Just because you think all women are, I don't know, solipsistic, selfish, they want your money, or are gold diggers, that is not real life. People fall into gray areas. People are different. Not every single woman you will meet is there to take your money that you probably don't even have. It's not a drag. It's a reality that not every man is rich. And go to the township. The girlies are dating. The girlies are dating men who don't even have jobs. The girlies have baby daddies in the hood who don't even provide anything. So the reality that women are only looking for providers. No, there are women willing to go and build with you. Yes, they might be called Bob the Builder, pick-me's, but they exist. Just because you don't think it's valuable to do good things for your woman doesn't mean you have to force other men to think in the same way. Don't project your own trauma. It's the same way when we see women who cater to men who want to be housewives. They get called pick-me's, they get called male-centered, and that's okay. Like, I mean, I don't mean it's okay to label people. I mean, it's okay that people want to do what they want to do. Whatever you decide to do in your romantic relationship, it's your relationship. It's not their relationship. It's the two of you. So watching people prescribe things and telling this man, basically calling him an idiot in ways, it shows why a lot of romantic relationships don't work in South Africa, because we all have trauma. People are projecting their past experiences. And I also think the other reason is because absent fathers. If you've never seen your mother treated softly, obviously you don't have a recollection, you don't have an example of a man showing love to his wife, spoiling her, taking care of her, going on dates, luxury trips. You don't know what it's like to see that. So obviously, your idea of a woman has to be ambogoto, has to be the woman who struggles consistently for you, the woman who doesn't get a soft life. And I believe that if you have grown up in a family where you've seen your dad do these things for your mom, it would be a different story. Yes, people are scared. I get it. You're scared of being used. You're scared of people taking your money. You're scared of being objectified as an ATM. Everyone is scared. Women are also scared as well that they will get hurt. They will get things done to them. They will get killed by some of their intimate partners. It's a reality, but there is a lot of trauma that I think people need to unpack for themselves, because at the end of the day, do you truly want a healthy romantic relationship without all this baggage that you carry? It's okay to be traumatized. It's okay. You're a human being. Bad experiences do lead to trauma because you're a human being. You feel things. But the level of hate that was sent to this man, and I get it, it's triggering to watch people live soft when you're not living soft. But you shouldn't make people feel guilty for being privileged. Their luck is their luck. You will get your own opportunity. And also, I don't believe romance is expensive. I don't think romance is expensive. It doesn't have to be. Yes, this kind of getaway is an expensive kind of date, but romance isn't expensive. Getting a flower, getting your girlfriend food, getting her favorite lunch bar or her favorite chocolate, it won't cost you an arm and a leg. It's little things that matter. But obviously, this is a huge trigger because it feels so far-fetched. And I do know it's a trigger to gender expectations, in the sense that a lot of men are taught that they have to be providers, they have to be this masculine leader, and times have changed. So obviously, there's also a trigger on the idea of masculinity as this happens, because I can't do this. It feels like a measuring contest where this man, Kagiso, is able to do these things, which makes other men feel smaller than him, and then they spew hate. People spew hate. Men are emotional beings, women are emotional beings, and this shows clearly that men can also be passive aggressive like women. We're both emotional beings. But I want to hear your opinions in the comment section. And if you got to the end of this video, leave any kind of food in the comment section. I truly appreciate you taking your time to watch my videos and watching the ads. Thank you so much, darling. Bye-bye.